We have 4 fabulous life coaches that have all graduated from Inner Glow Circle's coach training program from 2018. And today we just wanted to jam and we want to share our authentic stories. We want to be really real. And we also want to answer any questions that you might have if you're new and you're thinking about becoming a life coach or joining coach training this fall, which we really hope that you do. And so, yeah, this is going to be good.
I'm Jenn Hepton, and I am a loss and grief coach and founder of Loss and Transition, which is a grief coaching program, but also I'm finding myself kind of becoming a grief writer and also speaker and educator. IGC, there's so much to say about IGC. I think it's absolutely incredible. When I lost my daughter in stillbirth last year, I was looking for something, and I was looking for a grief coaching program. Actually, I was actually looking for a grief coach to help me through my grief, and I couldn't really connect with anybody. So I thought, well, maybe this is something I need to do. And that's my natural kind of flow in life. Is I started off as a elementary school teacher, a yoga teacher, and then moved to coaching. And when I spoke to Katie and Liv, it just felt so natural. I love their intuitive nature. I love how they are very inclusive and open to everybody. It just felt like there was going to be some really deep healing, and they were able to hold the container for me. And the accreditation part was huge for me. Being an educator, being a school teacher, I really needed that accreditation, that certification. And we'll talk about it more together, but it was really vital for me. And I really appreciated that IGC had that to offer as well.
Thank you for sharing. And yeah, just to let you all know, Rachael and Jenn Hepton and I are going to be student trainers for the fall class. So we're all really excited about that and excited to train you and support you. What was your biggest breakthrough personally or in business when joining IGC? What was your biggest breakthrough with joining IGC? And it can be a personal breakthrough or it can be one in your coaching business, but I just want to hear from you all. And don't be afraid to share the truth, as we call it, the hashtag truth. So yeah, what was your biggest breakthrough once you joined IGC?
It's like, who's going to go first? Oh, Jenn.
Go for it.
Okay, thanks, love. This is a really powerful question for me, and I'll try to sum it up in a few words. But this coaching training and this community of women was more powerful than I can ever imagine in the most positive way. I had so many personal breakthroughs, especially because I was, grieving a loss, but also because women in this community were able to understand where I was, were able to carry me. I was held accountable in a very loving way. And my emotions were seen and witnessed. And for me, that was very powerful. And that helps me as a coach with my clients as well. So personally, there's just been amazing breakthroughs with just learning about who I am, learning about my strengths, learning about my weaknesses and being okay with my weaknesses, but also learning about shadow feelings, light feelings. IGC is really big on the nature of being who we are and the sense of being. So there's a lot of coaching programs, no right or wrong, that is about doing. Set goals and you do it. These are the action plans. And IGC does that, but it also breaks it down to who we are as a person and who and where we've come from. So the idea of being and where we are in each moment as well, because we're so complex. And it really talks about the feminine and the feminine leadership and the feminine role, which was kind of new to me before I joined. I didn't know anything about that. And that itself was a breakthrough for me. personally and professionally. Professionally, being a grief coach, it ain't sexy. One day it might be, but it's not sexy right now. And it's hard. It's hard work. And I didn't think I could do it. But because of the work and because of the energy that IGC has, and the accountability and the professionalism, I was able to really feel comfortable in digging deep and, having a breakthrough.
For me, there are really two major breakthroughs that I went through this process. The first was I came into this space not really knowing what I wanted from it. I knew that being a coach was part of what I needed to do. But I started out as an aromatherapist with a healing modality that I wanted to be able to bring more fullness to. I wanted to be able to work more one-on-one with my clients and provide more of a leadership role for the direct sales company that kind of was feeding into that modality. And when I got into IGC and started really moving through this, pretty much all of that stopped for a period of time, because I was hit with small breakthrough after small breakthrough after small breakthrough about who I am and what I'm really here for. And through that process, I discovered where my real passion, not just where my passion was, but that I was actually capable of creating the programs to move women through their deepest, darkest struggles. In a lot of ways, I consider myself a shadow coach because I really deal with the deep, raw, difficult emotions that so many of us try and push down. And menstrual cycle syncing is a part of that. Definitely not sexy to be called a period coach, right? Like periods are taboo. There's something, people don't want to talk about bleeding. But we get really deep and we get into that. And I was able to build this program that feels so good. And the women that are attracted to this program are so amazing. And it helps them be better leaders, coaches, healers in their lives. And I'm just completely immersed in it every day and loving what I do. I did not have that before I started coach training. And I had no clue that was even really possible when I started coach training. And then on top of all of that, right as I was discovering who I am and what I wanted to do, everything in my life fell apart. And I mean, everything. We're talking, on the verge of being homeless, not having the money to do anything. Life just started crashing. And the biggest breakthrough that came out of that was I was supported by all of these incredible women. So many women just holding me while I was able to work through my process. And that, work for yourself, but not alone, that's really powerful. And I didn't believe in that before. Before IGC, I really, truly believed in order to accomplish anything, I had to do it by myself. And in order to have anything that was mine, that was my creation, my artistic vision, that I was going to have to do all the work on my own, because either people wouldn't be able to see it, and they certainly wouldn't be able to support me. And I have learned that I have a tremendous amount of support, and how to show up to receive that support in a way that's so powerful. And that is entirely IGC, entirely through this program. It's very, very awesome.
So it sounds like you have got the confidence and the clarity to launch your first group program and to be very successful with that. And then also that IGC got you through a really tough time that you were going through personally.
Absolutely. I'm a better coach because I learned how to be supported by others. The fact that we work with mentor coaches throughout the program, and that we have this great mastermind with all of these powerful women, both in the program and who have already graduated the program, or just coaches that have come into the community, and they all support each other. I haven't seen anything else like that. And I looked for a long time before I decided to make the jump with IGC.
Who is our next person that would like to answer the question of what was your biggest breakthrough, either in your personal life or your business?
Yeah. Okay. So I would say one of the biggest breakthroughs I had from joining IGC is realizing how you like really can make your passions real in your job, and it doesn't have to be something you're interested in on the side, because growing up I just always naturally was so attracted to personal growth books and spiritual books and reading about, you know, the chakras and crystals and all that. And I always would think, like in high school, in college, I was like, oh, like if I could just make that my life somehow, like everything would be so much easier. And finding IGC, it like showed me that that actually is possible. And not only just being told that it's possible, but seeing it and seeing women on all different levels making it their lives, or already have and are continuing to make it their lives. And it's so inspiring and so motivating. And just to have that and like really see it and know that it's possible for you is like just a huge breakthrough in itself.
And then one of my biggest breakthroughs, I did a post on this the other day on my personal Facebook page. I was really scared to talk about it because money is a really taboo topic, but I think it's important for female entrepreneurs to be really in tune with their financial health. And so when I was running my coaching business on my own for a year and I didn't know what I was doing, I was charging like $50 to $65 per session. And it just like didn't feel good. That price felt too low for the types of breakthroughs and results that my clients were getting, but I didn't feel like I was worthy or deserving of more or to be able to ask more. And so I just stayed at that price for a year. And then I joined Inner Glow Circle. And then within a month of being in the program, I was like, you know what? I can do this. Like I can ask for a price that feels really, really good. And that's going to like, help support me and to pay my bills and keep me out of the nursing field and get my clients, really great results too. And so I like upped my price to like $200 an hour, and like, which scared the shit out of me, but I had so much support and everyone was like cheering me on and like, you can do this, Krista, go. And so I did it. And then I got hired and I found like my first highest paying client a month after joining IGC. And I know that would have never been possible if I didn't have a community of women like behind my back telling me that it was okay, because I would have never felt worthy to have someone pay me that much for my services. So that was life-changing.
Krista, also to add, we got a question on the Facebook asking what our biggest fears were when it came to signing up for coach training.
I can go. So basically, my fears around joining IGC, to be completely honest, was how am I going to pay for this? Am I going to make any money doing what I love to do? And am I going to actually commit to it? Because I had this fear of starting things and not finishing things at the end. This lack of motivation or lack of like I can think of so many, being a creative, I can think about so many things and not finish it or not complete it. So those are really kind of the three fears. So the first of not being able to afford it, I was able to talk to Katie and we created a business plan together where I can make money as I was doing my training. And that was really eye-opening because it was just basic logistic, like putting yourself out there, talking to people, and starting at a price point that you're comfortable with. And then, being able to bring in money while you're doing it.
Perfect. All right. Who is next with sharing your biggest fears with signing up for coach training?
Financing it was definitely my biggest fear. My second fear was whether or not I would be supported. Because I, like Jenn, have a history of starting lots of projects, having lots of great ideas, but being able to finish them has been a struggle for me. I'm definitely an idea person, not the closer. I was afraid I would not have the support from family and friends. And because going into it was such a financial jump for me, I was afraid that going into it, I would not be supported, I would not be accepted, and it will have all been for nothing, because how am I going to book clients if the people in my life that I have access to aren't willing to work with me because they don't see see my purpose or see my vision. And I was able to work with Katie and Liv on figuring out the financial part. I actually picked up a second job for the time to help me move through it. So I was able to make the financial leap. And when I got into the program, what I learned was that I didn't need my close family and friend circle to support my business. My business I've had coaching clients. I've had great success with my new coaching program. And it's all been from people I have met or networked through IGC.
So we had another question is, how does IGC help you to get certified through the ICF? So Inner Glow Circle is accredited through the International Coaching Federation, and it's the world's top credentialing center right now for coaches. And I'm ICF certified. And so basically Inner Glow Circle, knows and does it all. They know how to, support you and help you to get all your hours met and answer any question, anything that you would need before you apply to take the test to be certified. So they're not going to leave you hanging, and, you're not going to graduate from the coach training program. And then they're going to be like, oh, oops, sorry, we forgot to tell you, you need this, this, and this. From day one, they're telling you you need to keep track of your coaching hours. You need to have at least, 75 of your coaching hours need to be paid. The other 25 can be pro bono. They make sure that you have your 10 mentor hours that's built into the program. So you don't need to worry about any of that. You don't need, if you want to become a certified coach, which we highly recommend, and we can talk about that, all the opportunities to actually becoming certified, is Inner Glow Circle has your back. They've got you covered. So that way you're not trying to figure out, because it's really confusing and overwhelming.
And can I just quickly add to that as well, if that's okay? The reason I really appreciated the accreditation part of IGC is because for my coaching, I'm hoping to take it into the corporate world as well and coach around grief and loss, but also education. And having that accreditation is really important. They look for that. A lot of businesses need that. Sometimes it's okay to have the ACC. Some of them prefer the PCC, but regardless of what you have, they do look for an accreditation. And that's the one thing that really that was important to me as well. So it gives you that option to be in the corporate field or the corporate world if you choose to do that.
And it looks really good. It shows that you took the time and the money to invest in yourself and take yourself seriously as a professional. And for me, it was a game changer. That's why I was able to raise my rates, is because here I am, I'm actually a legit professional coach now. So I feel like I can back up these prices, and it made my confidence go through the roof. Is there any other questions that we have on Facebook?
Yeah. Why do you have to do partner coaching and training?
Okay. So I asked some of the current students in Inner Glow Circle, I was like, what was the most valuable thing for you in Inner Glow Circle's coach training program? And they said, having the partner coach and having the opportunity to do role playing. You'll do role playing also at the end of each class as well. So that way, that's what's going to make you a really good coach at the end of the day, is being able to practice. You want to be able, before you get on a sales call or before knowing how to get a coaching request, you get to be paired with someone else who is going through the program. And then that way you guys can practice role playing and practice coaching each other. And then that way you get to show up really confidently for your first paying clients. Right? Practice makes perfect with any new skill that you learn, and coaching is a skill. So, and then you get extra accountability as well. I know a couple of the women on here said that, and I'm guilty of this too, you start things, but you don't finish them. And so by having a partner coach too, they're going to help to check in with you each week too, and support you and make sure that you're getting the homework, or you did the homework, or I said, that if you said that my goal for this week is I'm going to reach out to 5 new people and try to find a client, they're going to check in with you and say, okay, did you do that? because like, we just want you to be really successful at the end of the day. We want you to finish. We want you to, anything that you say that you want and you need, that we want to make sure that you're actually following through with that. Because we all know as humans, it's easy to say one thing, but then not follow through with it. So that's kind of my answer. Did anyone else?
Yeah, I would love to add to that. That's amazing. Being an educator and a teacher, what I really appreciated about the partner coaching was, and also just the whole training program, is that they very are conscious and sensitive about different learning styles, you know. So some people have strong auditory learning styles, you know, listening, and some people need visuals, and some people actually just need to do it. And so Olivia, who is our head trainer and co-founder of the training program, used to be a school teacher. So she's brought all her knowledge into all these modules, and she's brought all the different learning styles as well. So I have really poor auditory processing. So the partner coaching for me was really important because I need to do it in order to learn it. And so that was really important for me. And then while you do your partner coaching and your role playing during your calls, you also have the opportunity to be part of the mastermind. So you can actually join mastermind monthly calls and actually listen to how coaches coach. And that, it was another way of me kind of taking in the information as well, and seeing how it was modeled for me. And so I really appreciated how the partner coaching and just the way the modules are created, that it really spoke to all the different learning styles. You know, you weren't just talked to, we had visuals and articles to read, and the doing was just so important. And there's a lot of self-discovery when you're doing the role play, and there's a lot of self-discovery when you're doing the partner coaching too, because you're going through the process. And it might sound scary, and at first you get a bit nervous, but you quickly move through that because it's a very safe container and safe space. So yeah, the partner coaching rocks. It was really good for me.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, I'm glad that you covered that you're right. Everyone does have different learning styles. I'm the same way. When someone tells me something, it does not stick at all. So you're right, like being able, and that's the great thing is Olivia Chapman, the director of training for this program, she's really designed it so that it helps people with all kinds of different learning styles and learning needs. And so to make it that you can learn on all different levels, it's so important. So, okay, I think it's time to probably wrap this up. I don't want to take up any more time of your Friday afternoon, but so what's next? Our call to action is that we would love for you to book a free call with us, and we can include the link on the Facebook page. And you can talk with me, you can talk with Jenn, you can talk with Rachael, or you can talk with any one of our trainers, Kate, Shannon, Kelly, or Katie, or Olivia. Like, there's so many people you can talk to. It's not even funny. But yeah, we want you to book a free call with us. And even if you're not like 100% like sure that you want to do this fall, like still just like hop on the phone and get more information, and we can help you to strategize and help you to really like see your vision. And one of the best feelings in the world is like someone who like hears your ideas and gets it and can help you take that next step. That's what a coach does at the end of the day. So I promise, like, you'll feel really good and you feel really better, so much better after you get on the call with one of us, and to just figure out like, what are the next steps? How can this look for you? So I just realized I say so a lot at the end. I need to stop doing that. I'm working on my speaking skills. Okay, is there anything else? Anything that any one of you ladies wants to add before we go? No, I think we said it all. We covered a lot in the past hour. I think we're all going to need a nap after this. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching. I hope that this was helpful. And as you can see, we're all very real human beings, and we all have, you know, wants and needs and desires, and we're not afraid to, you know, go after those and to support each other. And there's no competitiveness, there's no judgment, there's no cattiness. It's just like really fucking powerful women getting together and like basically being like your cheerleader and saying like, you can do this, you've got this. And then obviously all the amazing training that comes with that, but it's all about the community, I think, at the end of the day. And that's going to take you to that next level and make you feel like you have real friends, which you do. All of you are my best friends now. I can't wait to see you in all the different parts of the world that you're in, and you're my community. So thank you. We are real women. Yeah.